Sometimes, life leads you to the most unexpected places, and what you find there changes everything. That's exactly what happened to me last summer at a flea market. I wasn't searching for anything, but then I found something, or maybe, it found me. So, I was wandering through a flea market because, honestly, I had nothing better to do. You know the kind of place, vendors selling mismatched socks, vintage lamps, and records you've never heard of. I wasn't looking for anything in particular, but that's the fun of it, right? Anyway, I stumble across this booth selling old books, journals, and random knickknacks. I love old books, they've got this vibe, like they've been places you'll never know. As I'm flipping through a pile, I find this leather-bound journal. It's beat up, the pages are dog-eared, and the strap holding it together looks like it's seen better days. Here's the weird part, the second I held it, I felt something. Like this book was calling me. I know it sounds super corny, but it's true. I ended up buying it for, like, $10. The vendor didn't even look at me, just mumbled, "Good find," and went back to sorting some postcards. That night, I crack it open. And wow, it's not just some random journal, it's filled. Every single page. Whoever owned this poured their heart into it. The handwriting was messy, like the person was rushing to get their thoughts down before they forgot. There were doodles in the margins, birds, stars, little stick figures. It was like I'd stumbled onto someone's life, frozen in ink. At first, I felt kinda weird reading it, like I was invading their privacy. But curiosity got the better of me. And let me tell you, this person had stories. They wrote about everything: breakups, friendships, weird dreams, their favorite coffee shop. And then, out of nowhere, they'd drop these deep, philosophical thoughts about life, like, do we ever really know if we're on the right path, or do we just keep walking? Here's where it gets interesting. As I'm flipping through, I notice dates. Like, they'd been writing in this journal for years. And the dates lined up with major moments in my life. For example, they described a huge thunderstorm on July 18, 3 years ago, the same storm that knocked out power in my neighborhood and ruined my birthday dinner. But then it got freaky. They mentioned this park they used to go to every Saturday to write because they liked the way the sun hit the benches. Guess what? That's my park. I used to go there on Saturdays too, to walk my dog. Did we pass each other? Did I see this person and not even notice? And then, I kid you not, they wrote about this cafe downtown where they'd sit in the corner, sipping black coffee and sketching people. That's my spot. I'd go there all the time to work on my college essays. I started thinking back, did I ever see someone sketching in the corner? I couldn't remember. Now, here's the kicker. Towards the end of the journal, they wrote about selling it at the flea market. They said they were ready to let it go, to start fresh. If you're reading this, they wrote, maybe our paths were meant to cross. Maybe you'll find something in my words that feels like yours. At this point, I'm spiraling. What are the odds I'd find this journal? That we'd been to the same places, maybe even at the same time. Was it fate? A coincidence? I didn't know, but I couldn't shake the feeling that this person was important somehow. So, I went back to the flea market the next weekend. I needed to know who they were. But when I got to the booth, it was gone. Like, completely gone. I asked around, but no one seemed to know who the vendor was or where they'd gone. It's like they vanished. I still have the journal. I read it sometimes when I need to feel connected to something bigger than myself. It's strange, but comforting, like having a conversation with someone who gets it, even though I've never met them. I don't know if I'll ever find out who they are. Maybe I'm not supposed to. But one thing's for sure, that journal found me for a reason. And honestly, I'm okay with not having all the answers. Some mysteries are better left unsolved. So, what do you think? Was this just one big coincidence, or was it fate? Has anything like this ever happened to you? Let me know, I'm dying to hear your thoughts.